So let's talk a little bit about compassion. Right now, as an activist who really cares about a lot of things, it's really easy to start feeling hopeless. I sat in my state house's chambers last week and watched as they voted away my civil rights, and it's hard not to feel hopeless when things like that happen. And what I found is that when it feels like that there's nothing else I can do, the very least I can do is send compassion to my people or to whoever is suffering in whatever case. There's a song called Armageddon by the Homeless Gospel Choir. It's a few years old now, but it keeps being more and more relevant as the years pass. And the chorus of the song starts, "The apocalypse is really bad this time." And boy, oh boy, is that true. This shit hard, y'all. Buddhists talk a lot about suffering. We talked a little bit about that in my mindfulness training that I went through. There is this growing category in my mind of systemic suffering that is built into our culture. And it's not naturally a part of the human experience as the type of suffering that the Buddhists described. It's caused. It's not necessary. It's not equally distributed. It's just built into the system. And it makes me feel very helpless and angry and overwhelmed, no matter how much I practice and try to accept the reality of the present moment. It's hard. So what can I do in those moments? I go to as many protests as I can, but I can't be at every one. I don't have unlimited time to write letters and emails to my representatives that aren't listening to me anyway. I don't have money that I can donate to causes I care about. So what I can do is choose compassion. I can sit on my cushion and I can send love and compassion to my friends and family and neighbors and anyone who is suffering. When I practice that regularly, I can at least make space to hold that pain and that grief more thoughtfully without driving myself into despair. So the compassion practice that I am going to show you is the practice of Tonglen, is what it's called in Buddhism. And that means taking and giving, which will make sense in a moment. Same as with our Wren practice. If at any point you feel overwhelmed or anxious, it is okay to let go and return to either mindfulness practice or to let go and return to your day. Take this practice as far as you want. It can be quick or it can be as long as you want it to be, depending on where you're sending your compassion, what you're wanting to accomplish. Also similar to Wren, you can resource yourself a little bit in the same ways that we talked about, but we're going to definitely include the last step, which is calling in your people that make you feel safe and supported and loved. Lama Rod Owens, one of my favorite Buddhist teachers, calls this calling in your benefactors. Use any of the other resourcing techniques that you like, but for sure, call in your people. So that's going to be deities, ancestors, loved ones, teachers, pets, whoever. Who are your people? Call them in. So visualize those people there with you. And then we start the compassion practice with those benefactors. So first thing you do is gather compassion for yourself. So you've arrived in your practice mode. You've called in your benefactors. You have them there with you in your mind. And then as you breathe in, imagine that you are breathing in love and safety and comfort from them. And then when you breathe out, imagine that you are breathing out your suffering, letting go of that and releasing it into the universe, and your benefactors are there to support you. So the breathing in, that's the taking, and then the breathing out, that's the giving. So do that for a little bit. Take a few breaths, breathing in love, breathing out the pain, And if you want to stop there, you can. If all you need is compassion for yourself and that's all you can handle in the moment, great. But if you want to extend that out to others, when you're ready, after you've gathered it for yourself, you can change your visualization. So you can let your benefactors go and then think about someone that you care about who's easy to feel compassion for. A family member, a friend, someone close to you. And then repeat the process, but this time, when you breathe in, you imagine that you are helping them gather strength and supporting them and letting go of their suffering, just like your benefactors did for you. So you are breathing in and you're gathering strength, and you're gathering strength for them. And then when you breathe out, you are breathing out your love and compassion, sending it to them as your benefactors did to you. And then if you want to take that further, you can take it wherever you want. Keep changing that visualization in your mind to someone new as it feels right. So you can stick with your family and friends. You can move outward to people that you know are suffering. You can pick neutral people like your barista or, someone that your mail person. And if you really want to go for a challenge, you can even start to move into sending compassion to your enemies and difficult people. Go at your own pace, though. Don't take it further than you are comfortable with. And then, if you're up for it, at the end of your practice, you can imagine yourself breathing in and out for all of humanity. Breathing in strength to help all people, breathing out love for all people. I've used this practice for a lot of situations where I feel truly helpless. I'm thinking of school shootings and things like that are far away from me and not impacting my immediate community, but really hurt. The only thing I can think to do in that moment is to send my compassion to those parents and those people going through that. And there's a lot of people going through a lot of stuff right now, so there's lots of options for where to take this practice. Again, use your intuition. Go with the things that you care about. You can take this wherever you want, and you can use it how is going to work best for you.